bit of a weird glitch there. Had like my microphone made a sound, and then I like looked at the thing and it looked like it was off. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I figured I would just restart the stream just to be safe. But yeah, should be live now. It's been a while since I've been live, as I've been pretty busy, and then I had a bit of capture card issues as well. So yeah, got a new cable for the capture card that works a lot better, so that's good. Kind of fixed the main issue I was having, because the cable, like, if I think I talked about this before, the part that you plug into the, or I guess the way that it worked, it had a USB 3.0 like plug on both sides. The part that you plug into like the computer, or if you have like a phone charger, you plug it into the box that plugs into the wall. It's that kind of thing. That had actually broken off of the like cable itself, so it was kind of like I could still attach it and stuff, and it would work slightly well, but I got a new wire and that came in today, and we'll hopefully fix that. But yeah, today we're going to be looking at Mega Man's melee moves, your physical, or not physical, but just melee, because you do have some physical projectiles, but just going to be your melee hits. So yeah, and go into it, and kind of went into this a few moments ago, so I'll just kind of be restarting, although it might be a bit faster than before. So yeah, Mega Man doesn't really have that many melee moves. The moves I will not be going into for melee are your get-up attacks. Like, you have one variation whenever you're getting off of a ledge, and another variation whenever you are, or whenever like you're on the ground after missing a tech, and then you do a get-up attack. I will not be covering those moves, but I will be covering your forward air, back air, down tilt, up smash, down smash as well. Sorry, Banjo. And then all of your throws. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get into it. So with forward air has a decent amount of combo potential on it, which makes it pretty useful. It also does a good amount of damage with those combos as well, getting about 18% there, almost 19, off of just 2 hits, so it's not too bad for, you know, having to get in close to someone as a zoning base character like Mega Man, as most zoners don't really have great like melee options. Mega Man's aren't bad, although there are some characters that do have better ones in my opinion. But yeah, with forward air, you've got forward air into forward air, and you've also got forward air into a grab, or a dash grab specifically, but yeah, you can get grab off of it pretty easily, and then that can lead into like down throw, up air. Although the grab confirm doesn't really work at higher percents level, so your knockback is going to be too great, but at lower percent it works fine, and then forward air into forward air also kind of stops working at higher percents, but works very well at low percent, so mainly just used for low and mid percent combos, I guess, is what forward air is used for. And then obviously edge guarding as well, sends away from the stage, so it's useful that way, and it also has more knockback than something like the pellets or most of the projectiles you can throw while off stage, so has that use. Although it's not as strong as the next move, which is back air, in terms of knockback. So back air does a bit more damage on the total amounts of hits if you land them all as well, but back air does have a bit of a drag down effect where you can get a back air into a back air. I do not believe this is true. It doesn't say so on the total damage on the right there, or like the combos or anything. So yeah, as you can see, the combos don't really connect that well, but it's pretty fast. Like, it's useful for catching jumps. Forward air could also be used for catching jumps as well, but back air has the advantage of being a stronger kill move. So I get the percent all the way up to 100 here. Use back air. You have to get all of the hits for it to be a kill move. As you can see, it gets to about 15 blocks away, whereas with the forward air, which is going to be here, travels a bit less. So back air is just going to be a bit more useful at picking up a kill on your opponent at higher percents in forward air, but forward air is better at comboing at lower percents, and then it's still pretty fast. Like, both moves are fast. Forward air having a bit less landing lag, I think, than back air does. Still, both of them have more, less landing lag than down air, but, let's see. For physical aerials, or melee aerials, I mean, they are not too bad of options. And then if you're wondering why I keep saying, melee instead of physical, your Metal Blade is a physical projectile, so that's obviously a physical move that's not a melee move, which is what this one, or like this video is going to be focused on. So, yeah. Then you've got down tilt, which is why I was crouching there. Down tilt is going to be useful for getting underneath attacks that hit you from above, kind of. So, like, you can dodge aerials with it, although you don't really shrink too low to the ground. It's not like you're all the way to where you crouch, not that you crouch very far anyway, but it can still be useful for dodging some higher hitting projectiles, like if someone tries to get a crash bomber on your head. Obviously you'll be hit if you're on the ground and they shoot it on the ground, but if they're trying to jump into the crash bomber, you will be able to dodge it a bit better than if you just stand still, although crouching does work a bit better for dodging moves. But down tilt itself is kind of useful for just hitting someone with a fast option on the ground that's in front of you. It can also be used to get away from scenarios kind of quickly. And then there's another move that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream that's also useful for that, but I'll go over it in a second. So, yeah, down tilt's pretty fast, although if you are like using the move, as you can see, it does have a pretty long time before you're able to act out of it after initiating it, but the ending lag of the move itself isn't too bad. It's just that you're kind of stuck in the animation of sliding for a bit, so that's the main issue. And it doesn't really have that much combo potential, but you could get a grab off of it, I think, and then you could also use it to start juggling with up airs, starting out with a melee hit, whereas with something like forward air, it's going to be sending away from you, and same thing with back air, instead of sending directly upward like down air does, or down tilt, sorry. And then up tilt sends in the same way, but a lot harder and a lot faster, as it's much stronger, as long as you get the grounded hit, I guess. You can see if you get the sour spot or like the aerial hit, it's not going to be as strong, whereas with the grounded hit, it's much stronger. Up tilt's used in a lot of shield break setups for Mega Man, as it's very strong. It's also just a really good kill move. Kills a lot easier than a move like up smash does, as you can see. That's up smash there, and then this is up tilt, so up tilt just kills a bit more consistently than up smash, at the risk of it being a lot laggier than up smash. If you're trying to throw it out at higher percentages, you might not want to do it as much as something like up smash, because up smash, you aren't like stuck in the air like you are with up tilt. Or I don't know if it's less laggy, but it has a smaller hitbox than up smash for sure, which is kind of another disadvantage. And then up smash also kind of lasts for a bit of time, whereas with up tilt it's just got that one hit and then it's over. So that's another thing to worry about. But because it's only got a single hit, that means that it can't drop you out of the move, which is pretty good compared to a lot of your other physical attacks. Although the non-powerful hits, like the sour spot hit, is still pretty good at keeping your opponent in the air. Although it has a slightly different launch angle as well that sends your opponent kind of in front of you, so that can be useful for getting people away from you for trying to zone. And then, I didn't really mention it, but technically, Neutral Air has a melee hit right here. I keep getting jabbed, but there we go. Right there is a melee hit. Does a bit more damage in individual pellets, but I just don't really count it into the the melee hits, because I already kind of covered everything that you could do with it in the projectile analysis. So yeah, now on to smash it. So with up smash, kind of already went over it a bit, but some advantages of it are you can use it out of shield, which I didn't mention. So, up smash out of shield hits people on the ground on both sides of you, so if someone's behind you, you can also hit them, whereas with up tilt, if someone's behind you, you can't hit them. Does a bit more damage than up tilt does, if you land all the hits at full charge. But it does about the same amount of knockback fully charged. It doesn't even really have to be fully charged, it just has to be charged for a bit. And then it'll do slightly more damage, but you are vulnerable while you're charging it, obviously, so it's not too safe of an option. Some of the bad parts of up smash are that obviously the knockback is a lot less at the beginning. It's a bit safer for catching landings than up smash, or up tilt, sorry. Because up tilt, if you hit someone in the air, it's going to do less damage than if you hit them on the ground, because the sweet spot's really just like on the ground, like right next to Banjo's feet, whereas these sour spot hit will be in the air every time. So you really just want to go for up smash if someone's like landing on you, I guess. And then if someone's already on the ground, or you're trying to get a shield break on them using Crash Bomber, like whenever the Crash Bomber explodes and they've shielded it, then their shield will be pretty low. You can run up and then up tilt and then get some damage off of them like that. But yeah, if someone's trying to land on top of you, I would recommend up smash a bit more. And up smash kind of sends directly above you as well, so it can be used to start juggles. Whereas with up tilt, I mean, it sends directly above you, but it sends them so high up that most of the time they'll be able to like move out of the way. Whereas with up smash at lower percents, you can kind of follow it up with an up tilt or some sort of move that sends upward and can catch them while in the air. Like up smash itself can be followed up with an up smash, although not truly. And then up air eventually at like mid percents can be followed up as well. But yeah, I guess up tilt's a bit more useful for if someone's right next to you on the ground, or if you want to break someone's shield, I guess it summarizes. And then up smash useful for catching jumps, out of shield options, and then starting juggles. Because up tilt is not that useful for starting juggles, even at lower percents, due to you landing on the ground about at the same time as them. And then if you don't, then they have enough time to be able to move out of the way of it, whereas with up smash, they don't really have as much time to be able to move out of the way of you, so it can start juggling a bit easier. Yeah, then on to down smash. So down smash, you've got some flame pillars that come out of your arms, and that's pretty much the entirety of the move. At least for the damage output. The move also moves you a bit close to the ground, as you can see, kind of duck. You don't duck as far as you do whenever you're actually crouching, but you do move lower, and I've used this to avoid like a lot of hits if someone's trying to land on me. Then I'll punish it with down smash a lot, because down smash also has a lot more knockback than up smash. Although I'm not too sure on up tilt if it has more knockback than that, but yeah, as you can see, it's almost able to kill at about 60 if you charge it up a bit. At 80 it kills for sure, but with up tilt, it only has that one area that it hits as well. So yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really even compare to down smash. Whereas with down smash, you do have a hit on both sides of you, although not too much range. Kind of like the up smash, it has about the same amount of range for the hitboxes on the ground. Although it also has a bit of a hitbox in the air that hits above you. So the hitbox is actually taller than you, so you can kind of get surrounded by hitboxes if you down tilt. So it can be useful for catching people that are trying to footstool on top of you off of the ground to kind of bounce above your head. Although most people won't do that because up air and up smash. So yeah, not too likely of an option, but if someone's trying to cross you up while landing on you, then you can actually use down smash to prevent that from happening. Although it does have a lot of ending lag, so you do have to watch out for that. Like as you can see, you kind of have to wait until that smoke effect comes out, and then you can start moving again. Same thing with up smash. Those are the only two moves that work like that. But yeah, once those are out of the way, then you can get back to doing whatever you were doing. It's a bit less safe than forward smash. I guess both of the smashes are, as with forward smash you can actually space the move without having to be next to someone, because it's a projectile hit. But down smash and up smash are able to kill in the ways that they kill a bit more effectively than forward smash. Obviously, forward smash can't kill off the top because it doesn't really send that far upward, so up smash beats it. But down smash, it's better at killing. It can kind of kill off the sides. I've seen hits where it will send to the side, but most of the time it will kill off the top as well. And then something I forgot to mention with up smash that I'll go ahead and mention because it will kind of transition into the next move, which is going to be dash attack. But up smash does have a small chance to drop out. I've only seen this in about like 1 out of every 10 games that I've played, and I use up smash multiple times per game, so it's not like it's a 1 in 10 chance of happening. But I have seen it drop out quite a bit. Most of the time it's whenever people are landing on you and they can move, because they'll be hit by like the edge of the move, kind of like that. But it'll send them this way a bit. But another move that drops out, or at least I think unintentionally drops out, is dash attack, which is a move that I forgot to mention earlier. So dash attack dropping out, what I mean by that is if you have someone on the ledge like this, then as you can see, you kind of get to the ledge and then are stuck on the ledge for a bit, and they've already moved out of the way of the final hit, so they aren't really hit by it. Although it kind of depends on where you hit them at the ledge as well. So if you hit them directly at the ledge, it has less of a chance of working. But if you hit them a bit further away from the ledge, it will at least somewhat work. Like if you start to move a bit further from the ledge, it will somewhat work. So yeah, dash attack, you get the hitbox surrounding you, although you are stuck in the move animation for a bit. It's kind of the same issue with down tilt, although it does a bit more damage. And I really like to use it whenever I'm running away like this, as it doesn't really have too much ending lag. You're just stuck in the animation, so if you're approaching someone, then it's not good, because someone could just be charging a forward smash, and then you get to right here, and you're kind of just stuck there. But if you're running away from someone and you do this, this can allow you to kind of, if they're trying to hit you unexpectedly, you can kind of run away and do this and be pretty safe. Although, I also use it whenever I'm moving around on the ground trying to get to a spot, or like a spot where someone's going to land. Kind of do the same thing with down tilt as well, where I'll try to hit them with either down tilt or dash attack. They have very similar launch angles, but down tilt being a bit more effective, although traveling less distance, and then dash attack being less effective but traveling a further distance and doing more damage. With dash attack, as I said earlier, like if someone's trying to catch you with a forward smash, it's not that effective, and then if someone's trying to shield, and they shield the dash attack, and you're kind of stuck into a position where you can be punished. Like, it has a lot of, I guess it's not safe on shield, is what I mean to say, but down tilt's not really that safe either, although both moves are pretty similar. I do think down tilt is a bit better than dash attack. It's just that dash attack gets you more damage. And I haven't really seen dash attack drop if you do something like that. I haven't seen it drop out, but it will drop out at ledge a lot, so you do have to watch out for that. I don't know if that's an intentional thing or an unintentional thing, though. I think it's unintentional, but I'm not too sure. And then you've got your throws, which are the final parts of this. So, yeah, you got down throw, then you've got up throw. I guess you've also got pummel as well. Forward throw, and back throw. And then your pummel, as I said earlier. So, yeah, pummels do a bit of damage. You can get in fuse. It's not fast like Pikachu's or Pichu's pummels, but still kind of get in some extra damage before your throw. So, they're at least good at that. But yeah, down throw is going to be your main combo throw, I would say. Up throw could be a juggle starter, but down throw is going to be the throw that you use the most often. If someone's trying to beat next to you, get a down throw into forward air, back air, or up air pretty easily. Up air working at a bit higher of a percent than your other combo starters, or not combo starters, but like combo continuers, I guess. So like forward air and back air, for example, work at pretty much any percent, whereas with up air, it doesn't really work at any percent. You have to get to a bit higher of a percent, where something like that, and then you can start landing up airs on them. Although you do have to do an up air to be able to land an up air, obviously. Yeah, down throw, mainly just using combos, probably going to be the most common throw that you see. Next most useful throw is going to be back throw, as it is a kill throw. But yeah, I guess that's kind of enough said. It's just kill throw, sends really far out, so you can't really tech chase with it or anything. And the higher percent that your opponents have, the further that they will be thrown. Up throw kind of works as a kill throw, though it kills at a bit later percent. It's mainly just used to start juggles and things like that, because you throw them directly above you. And you can do up throw, up smash, kind of. It's not true, but you can just use it if they don't really react to you on landing, or if you read their landing option, you will most likely be able to land an up smash on them. And then I also like to do like forward air and stuff. And then you have forward throw, mainly just used for creating tech chases. Although I could see down throw also being used to create tech chases at lower percents. Whereas with forward throw, it really only works at higher percents to create tech chases, and even then, not too effective at it, as they will kind of be able to outrange your pellets if you're just walking to them. You kind of have to like dash, like foxtrot, and then start walking after the foxtrot to be able to keep up with them. But yeah, forward throw can also be used to knock your opponent off stage pretty easily, like back throw, and start edge guarding. But most of the time, or back air, not back air, but back throw is going to be used, and I don't know why I said time so weird, but back air is going to be used for most instances where you're going to throw someone off stage. Although, I have seen someone, I forget who it was, they implemented just pummeling someone into their throws. It wasn't a Mega Man player, it was a Lucina player that I saw do this, but they were just pummeling their opponent to build up some percent, and then they let them escape the pummel to edgeguard, which I could see being somewhat effective for Mega Man, although with Lucina it works a bit better than with Mega Man, but they just kind of did this, and then they were able to edgeguard with it, because if you do this at the ledge, then they'll actually fly off stage rather than fly onto the stage right next to you, where they can punish you like that. So, as you can see, kind of outranges Mega Man's fair, so you might be able to land like a projectile on them or something while they're doing that. Or if you like jump out of it, then you could start edgeguarding like down air or back air, forward air. But just being like right next to them can't really do much if you don't jump first. But yeah, you could potentially get a downer on them, kind of like that. And then downer also kind of has a melee hit on it as well, although or no, I was thinking of it as a separate character, that's my bad. But yeah, down throw just has the projectile hit. But yeah, that should be pretty much everything for your melee moves. So you've got forward air and back air. Whichever one's better, it's kind of up to opinion. Let me do back air here. But yeah, whatever one's better, it's kind of up to opinion. I think fair is, like, just in general better at lower percents and mid percents, and kind of a bit better, because you can face forward and constantly use pellets on your opponent rather than having to turn around to back air them. And it's got about the same amount of speed. I think it actually has a bit less landing lag, as I said earlier. I don't know if this was the stream or the last stream. I think it does have a bit less landing lag than back air, but back air is just better at killing in general, and then it's better for like catching jumps. It's not really as useful at lower percents as higher percents, but it's still pretty useful. Down tilt and dash hack useful for catching landings, and then kind of just getting in some damage for dash hack, but both of them are pretty useful for catching landings. Up smash and down smash useful for catching landings and killing. And then up tilt mainly just useful for killing and shield breaking. But yeah, do believe that that's everything, and then I already did the throws at the end, so I'm not gonna go over them again. But yeah, just wanted to get this out for tomorrow, since I won't be able to stream or anything tomorrow until pretty much Saturday. Like, I might try to stream pretty late at night like I did with the Dragon Quest stream, where I streamed at like 12 a.m., 1 o'clock in the morning. So it won't be until one of those times probably that I'm able to stream. But for now, I'm just going to be ending the stream here, and then guys, I will see everyone in the next one. But hold on 1 second. No, I don't have a LAN adapter. I just play off of a Wi-Fi device that I keep in my room that I have just specifically for the Switch. But yeah, tomorrow, I won't be streaming until pretty late, and then I think I'll stream Dragon Quest then, and then later in the day I'll get back into viewer battles as it's been a month. But yeah, I guess I will see everyone in the next stream.